Notts County Talk, I'm going to be doing the player ratings after we've just beat Stockport County 2-1 at their place in the FA Trophy. All in all, it was quite a good game, I thought. Both sides put out sort of a lesser side to what they would in the league. Stockport definitely had their big guns on the bench, and we had a few of our big guns on the bench, but saying that, we still had, a decent side out. And, it showed. Defensively, I thought we were really good. Pilling makes some great saves throughout the game, and just a good performance, I think, to build on. And it's a really good game, I think, to come back on, because we've had a little bit of a break. The players have now come into a competitive game against a good side, and we've come out on top. So I think that's going to do loads for the confidence of the players. So onto the league now, and hopefully the game on Tuesday against Yeovil goes ahead. Without further ado, though, I will get on with the player ratings. Luke Pilling now, he made a great save towards the end of the game there. Massive save that could have changed the whole dynamic of the game. It was going across himself, he's reached up to get it. Great save. I'm going to give him an 8.5 because that save alone is fantastic. He was demanding his area quite well. He did that little bit of mistake where he passed it out and it sort of chipped it over him and it hit the bar, but I don't think you can be too harsh. So yeah, 8.5. Brinley, fantastic player, I think, today. He's looked really good. The commentators were saying he's one of those standard players where you get that good performance from him every game. And it's getting to that point now where I certainly agree with that. So I'm going to give Brinley an 8. Centre back then, Graham. He did a pass down the line towards the start of the game. I think it was after about 15-20 minutes or so. And it really opened the game up. And I thought for a centre back to sort of find that pass, it was good. It showed you the vision that Graham does have. Defensively, he was sound. Obviously, it's a little bit disappointing again that we've conceded to a set piece, but we've still won the game, I know, but the set piece seems to be a bit of an Achilles heel for us at the moment, as it has been for a long time. But yeah, Graham anyway, I'm going to give him an 8. I think to concede one against Stockport, they didn't really have too many look-ins on goal. I think they probably only had 2 or 3 clear-cut chances. We really kept them at bay. Lacey, not seen masses from him really. We didn't really see loads from the centre-backs themselves anyway in that game, I don't think. He obviously got subbed off for Rawlinson later on in the game after about an hour. I think that's probably A, to give Lacey a bit of game time after coming back from injury, and B, to give Rawlinson a bit of game time to get the minutes into him to get him ready for the league. So I'm going to give Lacey a 7. He's just gave that standard performance you'd expect from him. Right then, the new signing at left back, Miller. I thought he looked really, really good, really promising. You can see he's a skillful player. He's really composed, when he's being pressed. You can see he's still got his thinking cap on and he's doing the right things instead of mucking it up and, bobbling the ball back a certain way. So, really good player. I feel like he's going to be really pivotal at Notts, I do, for the remainder of the season. So, I'm going to give him an 8. I thought he worked hard today and it showed. Right then. Sitting in front of the back four, we had Wolf and Reeves. Reeves is same old workhorse, isn't he? He's tirelessly running back and forth. His energy levels are through the roof. He's a fantastic player. He's always looking to create something. Not seen loads from him today. He got turned. He was running towards our goal when they were on the attack at one point. And he did get turned inside out, but it can be difficult. The pitch wasn't great. It was actually really bad when you consider how much money Stockport have. You'd think they'd put a little bit into their pitch, but I'm going to give Reeves a 7. I think that's fair. Good result against a good side, and he's been a big part of that. On to Wolf though, impressed me and Tom again. We were talking about it throughout the game, how impressive he has been this game. Going forward, he did a couple of sneaky runs where you're sort of not expecting him to do it. So he impressed us. So for that reason, we're going to give him a 7.5. Really promising player. I think Barnsley have got a good player in Wolf, so fair play to them. Enzio, now he went off injured, which is a little bit of a worry. We're hoping, that it's nothing too major. It looked like a little bit of a head injury, so hoping it's just a bit of a knock on the head and he'll be all right for Yeovil on Tuesday, because we'd love to see him. He looked very creative. He opened up for the goal. He did that little bit of skill that opened it up for Rodriguez to lay it off to Knowles to obviously get the goal. So I'm going to give him an 8. He was really good today, I thought. Really creative. He was the main point of our creation throughout the game, I found. So fair play to him today. I think Enzo had a really good game. Ruben Rodriguez, just for me, it's for Notts' man of the match, it's between him and Knowles, because he was fantastic. You know, he was really, really good defensively. He was tracking right back, and I mean right back. When they were on the attack, he was right back in our area. So, and putting good tackles in as well. He's cut out a few chances of theirs, and obviously he gets the assist for the goal. So I'm going to give him an 8.5. I think that's fair. I'm not going to give him a 9 because it's not quite there. So yeah, 8.5 Rodriguez. Eli Sam, nothing in particular I can pick out that was great about his game today in terms of impact on the game. Yeah, his pressure was good though. You know, loose balls that they were putting out, he was onto it. A few pass backs that they did, he was really piling on the pressure. So I think that does help in a player. But in terms of personal performance, it wasn't anything special today. So I'm going to give him a 6.5. Yeah, 6.5. Onto the man of the moment, and Jimmy Knowles. I think he's given Oddly some serious problems. Every game he comes in, he just has that impact, doesn't he? He was so creative today. He must have put about 2 or 3 crosses in where you're thinking, has he even got a cross away there? And obviously he gets the goal. Fair play to him. He's been fantastic today. I'm going to give him an 8.5 as well. So some pretty high scores there. Obviously against Stockport, it's a good side to play. Onto the subs though, we'll go Doyle and Rollinson. Not had a massive impact on the game, so I'm just going to give them a 6. You know, this the sort of position and reason that they've come onto the pitch is to sort of fill up and get minutes into the legs, you know, dust the cobwebs off after our little break. So I think it's fair to give them a relatively mediocre score of 6. But the other sub, Kyle Wotton, gets the goal, takes a heavy deflection, but the strength he showed to shrug the player off the ball, turn and then shoot, shows the quality that he has. As soon as he came on, I just think he looked quality and he looked like he was diving for that goal. So credit to Wotton. So yeah, that's all the players there I've rated. On to the next round for Notts. If you look at the teams that are left in the tournament, you've sort of got to say, unless something pretty serious happens with injuries at Notts now, we've got to really go for it. It's a chance of silverware. And why not? I mean, just keep winning and winning and winning. If we can put a team out where we've got a few fringe players in, you know, why not? We've just got to go for it, I think. Because if we can get this and then we can push for promotion as well, what a season Ardie will have had in the club. So, yeah, moving on to Yeovil, though, on Tuesday. It'll be good to be back in the league. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think down below in the comments of player ratings. And don't forget to like and subscribe.